Dose of Daily Dash Duels. Just some good news to come for Sunday. On Sunday, we're going to have another ISC international tournament. Last Sunday, we had New Zealand and South Africa. This time, it's going to be South Africa and Singapore. So, same kind of format. Starts about 7, I think, UK time. But I'll get everything confirmed. But yeah, I think it's 7 a.m. UK time and the same kind of schedule. So that'd be pretty good. So that's something to look forward to on Sunday. For tonight, it's going to be Duels, I think. So let's crack on. Last time, of course, I disconnected. Or rather, didn't really disconnect my computer. Had a little bit of a problem. So kind of, I lost my streak. Ironically, the streak was 147. So yeah, that was kind of sad. Sad end, really, but such is life. Don't really matter, does it, really? So yeah, 147 was where it ended. I think I was about 70 points up when my computer kind of froze. Hopefully it fixed the issue. I think it's something to do with the solid state SSD, solid state drive. But anyway, enough of that. So let's get going. My opponent goes first for Felt 14. So yeah, this is just basically like a Scrabble board, but shrunk down a little bit. So I should be right up my street. Can't see too many good players here. There's Jam for 35. I'd prefer to play it above because this is going to give away underlaps, but yeah, I can't see anything else. So I'm just going to. I'm just going to take the points, and yeah, I think my opponent's likely to go underneath it and score reasonably well. Score something similar, but I should be then able to go underneath that and score something similar again, so we'll see how it plays out. So anyway, I've got 21 point lead after the first move each. See how move number 2 goes. My rec's not too bad, it's nothing fantastic, but should be some, say, whatever my opponent does, yeah. We're going to go underneath, but say I've got plenty of options to go underneath again. I've got the P and the B, so I'm going to go with the B. I'd rather get rid of the B than the P. B's a worse letter generally. So bonnet looks pretty good for 36. Turn off some tiles. So I kind of retain my lead, 26 up. Excuse me. Didn't get to the mute microphone thing in time. Too busy covering myself. Sneezing everywhere. Don't worry, it's not COVID. It's my dog allergies. That's what it is. Excuse me. So yeah, not a bad pickup. I did get the S. It's only got the one vowel, so a little bit inflexible. Well, the S is good because it's got jab there. It's a pretty obvious place to play an S. I think Swad takes an S as well, but interesting play from your opponent. Just plays butt for 5. Yeah, don't know what to make of that. Butt does take Abbott, takes an A hook, so we're just going to use that. Keep the S behind, 28 points, pretty nice. ST is pretty strong, leave. Yeah, we got another S now. So we've got bonnets. There's a possibility you got. You use double S placement here. You do too much with that, to be honest, but strange play from my opponent, just playing off the edge. It's a pretty dead board, really. There's like these triple lanes, and that's about it. So I'm just trying to figure out what my opponent is thinking. It's got pretty well to do that. I'm running out of time. I'm just going to be a bit more defensive. Just do that. A little bit defensive, but yeah, it stops them getting a bonus out in that right column. So that's kind of what it's about. Yeah, they just played. You think there might be a bot this player? Anyway, I'm 40 points up, so I'm going to win. So I don't need to worry about this last move particularly. Just get something down. Well, that goes for 22, 24 even. Does that? Got a few points. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. This is opening win. Streak's back at 1. Yay. Okay, now start. Me to go again. See if I get this time. One's disconnected. So yeah, I'm actually on version 1.23. There's not a great deal of change yet. The main change you have to like opt into. So if you opt into it, it changes huge a whole range of things. I could play index here, but I'd rather get rid of the V. It's got a little, not quite as many as index, but it's not far off. Play Vixen or Vexil. Probably get rid of the L, so I'll go Vexil. He's more. I mean, the kind of vowels are in a more dangerous position. Excuse me, all sorts of noises today. See if I've got any ing words. I don't know if you have coding. C or U R A D I N G. Don't think so, but I'm probably going to check it anyway, just because I've got time to do that. Let me have a Congaroo doesn't quite fit. Let's see much else to do really. One just plays Oxo. I'll still do that. See if there's a. I'm pretty sure it's like 90%, 95% sure it's not worth it. It's worth checking just to make sure. Yeah, let's do that. I can't really score a great deal. Yeah, 21 points. Kind of blocks things up a little. Yeah. Reasonable move. I probably had something a little bit better along this lane, but I didn't really have time to swap the letters about, so couldn't really have a proper look at it. Yeah, not a bad rack now. Look at the S again. F for a bit of F there, gives me a bit of scoring potential. Not bad at all. Okay, I think yeah, so my point just dumps off an end. So nothing too threatening. Right, what can I do? Scores. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of time, so I'll just do that. That's probably something better, but I'm just running out of time a little bit, so that kind of blocks things a little bit. I've got the S to do damage with. 65 points the difference. My opponent has an extra turn. But, yeah. Don't see my opponent do anything fantastic yet. Just dumped off a couple of O's and then played Et on for 2 points. Curious stuff. just plays off that. Yeah, I'm just going to use the position I've created. Scores 39. I could use the M instead. Actually, this is good. Yeah, I'd rather keep the S behind, so yeah, that does that. But ooh, 3 S's. 3 S's is a little bit too much. To be fair, kind of not exactly what. Yeah. If I knew we were going to get another 2 S's, I would have kept one of the A's instead. Get the A behind rather than the S. If I knew I was going to pick 2 more out. Just plays Rat. Not the most scintillating of games. Let's see. What do with this? Yeah, 28 points, reasonable. Yeah, not much to be done in this game. So he's got 24 points, so I'm pretty good shape. Really. Maybe an opponent said awkward stuff, I don't know. Yeah, they need to score 120 or more with his last move to catch up. That's not quite good enough. Played for 4. That's going to be a win. A convincing win for me in the end. That's 2 wins in a row. Let's see if we can get a set of 5 going. Okay, me to go first. Pretty good rack. I don't think it makes any bonuses though. It's a little bit annoying. Doesn't really have any good players here. Everything kind of messes up the rack. Yeah. Not good. Yeah, I don't really have anything good to play there. Because I can't really score anything. All my value in the rack is like to get a bonus next turn, but yeah, that's not exactly what you want to do. You want to score as much as possible. Any bonuses? That's what I'm kind of looking at. Yeah, I've got mortises. Anything else other than that? Mortises. I'm glad to see it because if I don't get the bonus, I'm in a bit of trouble really. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I can't see anything else. There might be something, but I can't see it. So yeah, mortises giving me a bit of a lead, but still my opponent yet to play their second move. 53 the difference. Got the X to score with now. A bit more like it. Yeah, they played earrings, so it's not too much worry. I mean, that's quite a promising rack, depending on what they had. I wonder, it's going to be curious to know what my opponent had with that rack, but let me just check, see how much this scores. The normal thing would be to play attacks, but this is better. This scores pretty well, slightly more or roughly the same, but it's a better. I'd rather get rid of the extra vowel because I've already got 2 vowels and a consonant there. So yeah, that's 41 points, pretty good. So it's 78 the difference. Ooh, we've got quite a few 7s with that rack. Reading, gridding, grains, derain, Oh, excuse me. Erding, Ariding? Is that good? No. Erding, definitely. I think Deering. Yeah. So there's quite a few. Anyway. So, yeah, but not all I'm going to play, but I might have available now. Yeah, it's just kind of trying to find what's the best one. So I've basically got to play any there. D-Rain isn't quite fit, neither does Reading or Deering. So, oh god, it's a shame really. But, so yeah, I'm just going to do some boring grind. 2 bonuses in the game, it's not too bad. This is a little bit dangerous, the herrings, because you obviously got herrings. I'm not sure if anything else would go there. But it's something to be wary of. Yeah, 125 the difference. Just played Neptune at 205. 1 turn left to go. I just need to really score. Should be fine. Should be able to outrun a bonus. I'm just going to do this. 22 points. This is as good as anything. It's a Q. Kind of academic now, but 127. You're not going to lose too many games in this format when you get 2 bonuses. Basically, it's particularly with this board. This board is fairly, with it being more or less like normal Scrabble. Your normal Scrabble bonuses are like a massive. But some of these other boards, they're quite like the premium tiles can make up for it quite a lot. You know, if you've got like big combinations, you can usually score as much with a non-bonuses. Yeah, so it's a little bit different. So it's 3 in a row. 2 more to get the chest. So see what I get this time. Nice play, 67. And then a load more digits, no doubt. Nice start. Clunky rack. Got the S again. I'd like to get rid of that V, certainly. I'm going to go pretty defensive and play a VAC. I shouldn't really give anything away there. So that's kind of my thinking. It's like, what does an opponent do from that? They just basically play through one of the tiles. The only time they can really do anything is if they've got the H, which I've just picked up. Or of course if they've got the S to make VACs. The rest of the time they're doing nothing really. Okay, they played Slave. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting some interesting opponents today, huh? Alright, so what can we do with this rack? Is the spheral, I can't even say the word. Spheral sphere with ULE at the end, basically. Spheral U. That's the words I can't say at all. Ridiculous. Doesn't quite fit. I'm gonna get pushes down. Can't see him. It's gonna be a double, so there's 48 points. I couldn't see anything else. There might have been a bonus, but I couldn't see it. That took a little bit too long, really. I should have just got pushes plunked down. But yeah, good score for me. 54 the difference. Okay, my opponent plays Dean, Enslaved. Have a nice word, Paniety. I might play that because I can't really do much else. Why is kind of a scory tile, but there's no really places to do anything on this board. It's kind of all boxed in. So yeah, I think just Paniety is good as anything. It's 24 points. Not a massive score, but Just gives me a chance to like close the board down even more and just give me a chance to draw a big tile, because I just drew a load of clunky stuff instead, but it helps to kind of box the board in even more. Yeah, this game's pretty dead. The boards, at least. I mean, the game itself's pretty fairly dead as well, to be fair. But yeah, it's got a little bit with Derm, so let's do that. 21 points. I could play something through here, like Mated or something, just to ensure I keep the Val behind. But yeah, I've got the exchange if I need it. I'm fine. And so it just like boxes the board and even more. I mean, it's virtually impossible to get a bonus down on this board, and I'm a bonus ahead, so it's pretty good for me. So my opponent plays Sorry, S-O-R-I. I have to be a little bit careful here. So I'm just going to do, and I think that should pretty much kill everything. I mean, yeah, I can take it at nine letter words, but that wouldn't score enough. It would have to be some sort of freakishly unlikely overlap bonus. Excuse me. Body's making all sorts of burps and all sorts of stuff. Doesn't like, yeah, it's like dog allergies. Even though I lived with dogs for like a year and a half or so. Just, yeah, I'm allergic to them. Okay. So that's another win. That's 4 in a row. See if I can get a chest. We go first. I'm playing Manda. This is good. Lunting sounds. I don't know why I'm going to play it there anyway. Really sure this is good, but it might not be. Yeah. Yips down with a bonus. Pretty sweet. So let's see what lunting means. Lunting. Lunch to produce smoke, basically. Next track, not so good, although lunting's pretty ugly on the face of it, but at least I got a Q to score with. I got a couple of Q spots, QI and a U obviously to play the Q off. So Q's not too much of an issue on this one. Well, just play as id. So it looks like I'll probably play, let me think, Equid probably. Useful word if you don't know it. I could go a little bit more defensive, I guess, play like quad, but yeah, I like to play with more tiles. So. I've got blunting as well to think about. Could have done something with that, but I've got it next turn now. 86 the difference. Oh, they've got a koi tile set. I was wondering what it was there. Yeah, interesting. I should probably swap mine back. I've got the treasure map one, but we're no longer doing the treasure map. It's the dual ones. So just like the daily one using the normal Scrabble. Well, near normal Scrabble board. So. I'd like to get rid of the V here, but I can't really see how I'd do that. Yeah, it's not the greatest score, but all my opponents resigned, so that's going to be 5 wins. Just takes its little time, like figures it out what's going on. Here we go. So yeah, my opponent resigned, so then we get to win the chest. Nice. Yeah, they weren't the toughest 5 games, were they? To be fair, pretty straightforward stuff, really. Let's have a look. See if there's I'll play a bit. I'll play some more duels. Hopefully, get some tougher opponents, better games to watch. Gasby, my starts. Kind of not fantastic opening wreck, but yeah, it's just army. There's Villa and Villy and Vils. That's probably it. Yeah, I think that's as good as anything could do. So it's 24. Kind of about average for the opening move. Got a lot more to work with now with the Z, K, and the P. Some nice files to cut the 2 E's and another A as well. So pretty balanced, nice wreck to do some damage next turn. Just waiting on what my opponent does. Could take a little while. Just played Elf. Right, okay. Yeah, nothing much I can say about that. Played off Elf. I've got a decent score for 44. Pretty much as good as anything. I've got Les here, but I like Pelf and Prez. That kind of shuts things down somewhat. Scores reasonably pretty as well as anything. Yeah, let's go with it. 57 the difference. Got the F players underneath Prez, FA, whatever, like face, fake, whatever. What else have we got? We still got the K, we got the C to go with it, so it's a nice combination. Opponent just plays Zoo. Yeah, I think I'm getting bot players. Or just bots, as in what it means in other computer games. I mean, they could have played Moo, for instance, with the same letters for a lot more points. Yeah. So that's 73 the difference, fake for 31. Very hookable, so that's the only downside with it. Fake takes an R, fake takes a D. S, so lots of counter plays from fake, but that's kind of limited in what I could do with those layers. Not quite the right openings for me. Just wait to see what my opponent can do. Yeah, right at the time. Okay. Yeah. Let's. Don't think there's going to be much of a game this one either, but be more of a blocking play this time. So we'll look at some definitions. Oh, we've got the Q again. So you've got a twin, more than one. I think it's like 2 basically, but yeah, fairly standard words. Prez and Pelf. Pelf is like money or wealth. Prez is just the president, as you'd expect. It's like slang. Villi, one of the finger-like projections in the small intestine of many vertebrates. So, in the small intestine. Okay. objections. So I guess we, the humans, might have them. Us humans, rather, may have them, I don't know. Interesting word. I think it's plural of villas. Mary, but anyway, the point right at time. Another. Yeah, I'm getting lots of kind of non-competitive games. Let's see how this one goes. Me to go second. Your opponent's gonna start. Could do with an R actually. I think smurria. Stupid sound word. Smur is drizzle. Could mean like the verb to drizzle, or it can also. I think it's there's an adjective as well. Smurry. Not totally sure. Yeah. So I'm gonna find out if I was right or not. Because I don't think there's anything else I can do with a D. Actually, Rimias? Is that good? I should know words really, shouldn't I? Yeah, it is good. Oh, it doesn't take an S. Oh, yeah, of course it is, because it's rhymey or not. Yeah. So I better try Smurria quick. Hope it's good. Because I'm in trouble if it isn't. Yeah, Smurria just means drizzlier, I think. So yeah, but we'll confirm, see what it means. But Reed does take an E after it. See if it do. Yeah, drizzly. Yeah, Smurria, more drizzly than somewhere else. So yeah, probably use it quite a lot in the UK, I guess. If anybody's actually heard of the word, which is probably not many people, but Smurria, more drizzly. So we got the Q again, as you can see. A couple of U's to go with it, so pretty okay. Got a few options there. Like unique plays a couple of places through the E. Looking pretty strong. I could play something like parallel, like quads, for instance. Something like this. 33. I kind of like to play a bit more up. Yeah. This is a lot more open. Yeah, let's just play it more defensive. I should play it properly, even though it's pro. Yeah. I'll play like full hardcore Scrabble mode. Killing the board, amongst other things. So yeah, 71 up. Opponent's resigned again. So here's another win. So it's up to 7 in a row now. There we go. My opponent is rainbow. Okay, nice start. Yeah, ugly opening rack. I think it's just going to be QI. Very common opening move. And yeah, you would always play it there, you wouldn't play it here because the double letter is next to the I, so it's a lot easier to score off. So it's basically you don't want to play it in this position. It'd be very, very rare reason to play it one tile further over. It's a more defensive option. On the opening move, it's pretty much trying to maximise defence basically. Okay, so it's 22 points. Nothing fantastic. Rainbow will go next. My pickup was vowelless, so I've just got that one E to work with. I picked an N though, so I can play like chin, QIN. So that gives me some potential for scoring, but just depends on what my opponent does. They played Som. Right, so Som takes an E. Some, obviously, so that's looking like my most likely response. There's a kind of ugly combination with the CGW. It's kind of tricky to do too much with. I've got stuff like went, but I'd like to do more, but Yeah, it's not good. I got another O, another 2 O's, and another W. So it's still a bit clunky, but passable, but I'm not really going to run away with this game, as you can see. So it could be quite a tight game, this one. I've not left a great deal for my opponent, but there's still, if you've got an I, it's QI for reasonable scores if you can kind of go underneath it. Play along here, but that'd be quite aggressive because we'd give away the triple underneath. Played underneath, so that's fair enough. So straight away I can see I've got colour, American spelling. Anything else? Play like, yeah, I think that's pretty much it, really, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's as good as anything. 33 points. He's pretty good. But with 10-point lead, so it's going to make it. Move it to 43. Obviously, they've got the next player. Move to spare, so anything could happen still. But yeah, again, still nowhere to really do too much damage on this board. There's always the threat of bonuses, but besides that, oh, the opponent's resigned again. Look at, oh dear me, getting loads of resigns today, or just games that are like stupidly one-sided. So we're up to 8. Let's see if we can get a couple more in. Get another chest. Me to go first. Touty, my opponent. Got a few options. I can see a few 5s there. I got romped. There's a 6. Pretty polite here. Romped. Looking good, if any, as good as anything I can see. I think Dorped is good with a D-O-R-P-E-D, but we'll get romped down quickly before I run out of time. It's fairly reasonable. 26 points. It's kind of reasonable enough on the move. Picked out a load of 1 point. Let's go with the D. Just in case of whether I've got anything, any bonuses or anything like that. Not seeing anything. One of those racks where you kind of want it in this kind of format. I mean, this would be a good rack to like balance and then get a bonus on in normal Scrabble, but in this format, you'd rather have some scoring potential, really. Have I got any some sort of words that would go there? I mean, I can play Dexes, but that's not. Trying to use this X to score off. Yeah, it's a little bit aggressive. Because the XO takes an N. Exon. My opponent might know it, they might not, I don't know. A little bit aggressive. We shall see. I've got the T for trumped now. I could have just gone down in the bottom right, which is probably better if I'd played like Sudan, but I was running a bit low on time. I didn't kind of see it quick enough. I think Sudan would have probably been a better player. Just like score some points basically. I have got a bonus off the Serenata. This is the word. If it gets procced, it probably will do. Oh yeah, they did know the Exon, but down goes my bonus. So it's given me 51 points up. As I say, Ado was a little bit aggressive and open. Probably it would be a good play in regular Scrabble, but in this one it's a little bit. There's more emphasis on just scoring basically. You've got a free exchange. Well, not a free exchange. You can use 5 gems for it, but besides that, it's a free exchange, so you can kind of go for more volatile stuff, and you know, risk getting horrible wrecks because you can just change them for nothing. Okay, so we played Lat, 9 points. Interesting option. I think I'm just going to take this triple. Should have done it earlier. 41 points for Stark. Yeah, it's not very much. That's a pretty good score. 83 the difference. Clunky pickup, but there's a Tromped is good. I put T there, that would have killed almost everything, but it couldn't yeah, it was difficult to kind of fit it round. And it plays a muck for 14. 69 the difference. Don't really want to open anything up. Okay, I do want to block a little bit. Let's just do this. It kind of blocks everything, more or less. So it's 85 the difference. Almost nowhere to really bonus. My opponent would need to score 85 to tie up, or more obviously to win. So it should be pretty much my game, but you never know. That's Lua. Okay. So it's not going to catch me, so win for me. 68 points. It's close until I got my bonus down. Okay, so we need one more for the chest. Let's see what I can do. Sunil C. My opponent, they're going first. What have I got? Lithiums, if I got an H. So let me think, what else could I hope for? Yeah, kind of gone through the alphabet in my head. Can't see anything else yet. Stillion, is that good? Stillion. Probably not. I suppose point. So no H. Just having a good look through all these. Let's see if I've not missed. Oh, I think Luminist. I think somebody uses like a painter who uses light. I think. Oh yeah, it's stimuli as well. Yeah, that's very true. I actually had stimuli on my rack, but I didn't see it, but I don't think it fitted on the board. But it would. Oh wait, I did. I had Pointel and stimuli. That would have been the best move. Would have been another probably 20 points or so. That would have been pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't see stimuli. Yeah, Pointel is good. It takes an L. What's his thought? I'm going to keep that Z and create yet another hotspot for it. 38 points for Bowed. Yeah, Stimuli and Pointel would have been cool, but yeah. Yeah, I should have seen it really. But yeah, Stimuli I did. Good spot from acrophobic ibex. Stimulate. So I'm 64 up, 2 turns each used up. Still a way to go. Obviously not my the greatest of wrecks with a Q, kind of mucking things up. I've got a easy Q dump for 22. Well, just plays off the S for 11 points. Yeah, wonderful. I can still score with the Z though. The Kaz for 54, pretty cheap, but kind of why we played Bowed. Set up another spot for the Z. Oh, look at that. That's a very, very nice rack, isn't it? Yeah, I think it might be free swap time, 5 gem swap time. Could play Riot Girl, GRRL. You can have GRRL as well, or just grr in general. A lot of stupid words that you can use in Scrabble. Oh, they've kind of took it out. I've got to yeah, I've got to use the free swap. Yeah, that's a lot more palatable. I've got morphs. I've got vaped. Vaped's pretty good, pretty strong. I could do Mad, MAAED. I kind of like playing Vaped. Scores a little bit more, I think. It's probably a toss-up actually. Maybe probably score roughly the same. What are we looking at? That's 30, 35, 40. Yeah, Vaped scores another 5 points. So that's probably a little bit better. My opponent needs to score 144 to catch up. Not looking good for them. But, again, you never know. Well, to be fair, you pretty much do know. I think it's. Don't think there's anything. Any way of getting that sort of score on this board. Nice play of duties. Not sure if I'm playing a bot again or what, but. Yeah, nothing to worry about. So I'm just going to chuck something down. Let's just play Yam. As good as anything. 33. Okay, this is a pretty comfortable win. I've got that bonus, suboptimal bonus. There's say stimuli and a point towel would have been the best, but didn't see stimuli. So I got the chest now. With a streak of 10. Once you win 5 games in this one, you get the chest. So there we go. Nothing fantastic with the chest there, just gems. Oh, we've got 12 minutes. Yeah, let's have a crack with the diamond drop. We've got Rish Classic. I'll play a little bit of that, a couple of games of that before I finish. Let's just play that, play this for 10 minutes, then so a couple of games of Classic Rush. I'm going to play for longer words because it's a little bit more fun, even though it's not the best strategy, really. What am I doing? Yeah. So that's a hideous. To be fair, oh my god. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'd love to play a version of this that has like more bonuses for longer words. If you play dial, never mind. Be a lot more fun, I think. But okay, we got some. Oops. Okay. This must be rare, which means I think friend. Okay, let's play Panda then. CD, yeah. Yeah, just play a few more games of this. We'll swap to. So yeah, for those who playing Scrabble GO themselves, yeah, we're on to this is 1.23 now. So if you haven't seen it, there are some changes being made. Nothing huge really, unless you unlock it. So basically, there's a mode that you can request in this, which basically means you play. The layout is totally different, basically. So if you find all the stuff annoying, like all the like, I know most people don't find all the like the gems and everything else annoying, but I know some people do. So there's a mode which allows you to like turn all that stuff off, and you just basically play Scrabble. What's known as the classic mode. Yeah, so that is an option with 1.23, which is, I think it's been available with Android, with Apple devices. It's been available with that device, 1.23, but it's just come out for Android today. So this is the 1.23 version. There's not much difference, but if you do, you have to basically contact the developers or customers or support, that kind of thing in your profile. If you contact them to enable the mode where you has all the extra. Let's say it allows you to get rid of all the extra stuff if you don't like the all the gems and everything else. Which to me is fine. Like, I mean, I like it. Doesn't bother me at all personally, but some people get amazingly upset about these kind of things. Whoops. Yeah, I'm doing this the wrong way around. Where yeah, the strategy here is to play down, like top and then go down, rather than what I've kind of done, which was to go bottom up. It's like you're supposed to be like swapping from one side to the other. That's the idea of it, to be as quick as possible. I mean, I'm not a very quick player, but I can figure out the strategy, but not the. I just don't have the speed that other people have, because I'm on basically using a mouse. Touch screen's definitely faster. I've used it. I borrowed my sister's phone to play for a little while when I was running a tournament in Middlesbrough, northeast of England. If you don't know where that is, if you haven't been there, you haven't missed anything, basically. So yeah, I borrowed a phone to play games with Scrabble GO on it while I was running a tournament. Yeah. Right. Okay, so this is more like what I should be doing, is going from one side to the other, so I don't have to wait for all the animations, where tiles are dropping. So like I do that, then I go like that, then go back again, and so on. And I'm not having to wait for animations, although it is harder because you have to kind of think of words all the time. But that is kind of the strategy. We're supposed to be playing Wayne's there, but it's too gormless. You can also play down, top, and then go down, so you're not having to wait for tiles underneath. So like I could do that. I could play 2, and then I could play underneath that. Then I could play underneath that. And then you're not having to wait so long. So there's a kind of strats of it. Let's get phases down in time. So I mean that was obviously a crap score, but I'm just trying to demonstrate because I know there's not much really to talk about with this one. Just trying to talk through some of the strats with it. So I know people will be quicker than me. They'll be like, "Oh, I get like 2,000 on this game," you know, and all this sort of thing. Like, yep, very possible. Yeah, particularly when you get good combinations like that. Whoops, it's supposed to be Judy's, not. So you're looking for combinations like that, basically, using the letters together. Like I can find cute long words, but people are way faster than me. I don't know if anybody watching plays some of the like pub quiz machine stuff. There's one called Word Soup, which is quite fun, which is a little bit like this. I'm pretty good at that. It wins me some money on quite a regular, well, I wouldn't say a regular basis. I don't go to pubs because I don't drink for it. Obviously don't go to pubs at the moment because they're all shut, but yeah, fine. You get 2 Qs, very helpful. So yeah, I did that the wrong way around. Whoops. That wasn't too bad. There's still, like, as I say, there'll be people on there, people watching who can go way faster than I can. Like, I'm on an emulator using a mouse, so it's really... The diagonal ones are really tough to do with a mouse. So I try and kind of like keep to straight lines and stuff, but yeah, do my best. Whoops. Yeah. So yeah, so this is a strat. And yeah, it's like, even like playing 2-letter words isn't too bad, as long as you do it quickly. Like, you can do that viably if you're quick enough. Totally. Laker. It's like you can basically hit. I should probably leave that. Hopefully get another double word or triple word coming in eventually. Yeah, I'm doing it the wrong way around again. So I do kind of like that, and like that, and then yeah. So let's get these two together. I'm not gonna. I haven't got anything in the right place to score well, and that G's killing me. Yeah, I'm not gonna get anything major with it. Oh, I'm gonna do Jinx. Anyway, just kind of got through that. I'll do some 2 or 3 thingy ones to finish. Rush Classic. It's a bit more. I think it's a bit more watchable, but just let me say everybody's welcome to give me more than welcome to give me feedback on what people want to watch and that sort of thing. I think a Duels is a good thing for people to watch because I can. It's kind of it's slow, but it's not that slow. It's still reasonably fast, and like I can easily lose, so it's quite dramatic as well. Whereas these things are kind of like the solo games are a little bit less dramatic, obviously, because it's just me playing. Um, but I don't know what people enjoy watching. It's kind of trial and error, really. Um, I figure it'll once let's say it's like when we hit June the 5th. I figure a lot of what we see it will change regarding like how the games work and that sort of thing. Like I think there'll be more fun. Like there'll be more ways to. Yeah, there'll be more like competitive basically. Less of kind of grinding and more like competitive between top players and stuff like that. I hope, and less about like playing bots and kind of exploiting the bots, which I feel like is kind of what it's about. I think I've made this up. I'll just double check. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, what can I do with this lot? Oh, dear me. Opens up a nice bonus lane. Oh, there's the Z. Give me a good score of that. Right, here we go. Do I have any bonuses? The question is, can I find any bonuses, and rather than do I have any? Yeah, there's no place for Fahrenheit. Ooh. Is there anything with there? No, it wouldn't fit anyway. Actually, like hang fires if we're playing clabbers or something. That's probably worth actually doing fearing, I think. Actually, hearing would probably even be better. Oh, fearing works, doesn't it? Oh well. Come on, find a bonus. Yeah, I've got loads of room. Loads of players left, so it doesn't matter if I miss something. Right, unfast or something. Yeah. Estates, that'll do. The greatest moves today. We should get the last, well, one of the last two moves in. It's Condor, I guess. Condor or Cond if I don't have enough time to get the order. Condor. So in a real life Scrabble game, how it works is basically what happens is it's always like one-on-one, so it's always you know, we don't have like 3 and 4 player games. It's always one-on-one in a tournament or like club or whatever. So we'll have one playing against another, and somebody will just play a move, and then the other person can challenge it basically if they think it's like not valid. It's up to the other person to challenge. So you can, like, people do get away with words which like they've been spelt wrong, but the other person thinks that's the right spelling and they don't challenge it because it also depends on like the what challenge rule. That varies a lot depending on where you are, and so for instance like America plays a lot of double challenge, which means if you challenge a word and it's valid, then you lose your turn for challenging it. So it's quite like it's a bit more like gambling, like poker or something like that. So that changes the dynamics a lot as well, because you know there's more like in the UK it's generally free challenge, so you can check like any word. Like they think like the icebox is 2 words, for instance. They can challenge it, then it'll come up with a tick. We'll go to like a computer where you type the word in, and it'll say, you know, this is correct or it's wrong or whatever. Then you go back to the game. Obviously, if it's good, then play continues because it's free challenge. There's no penalty for challenging words that are good. But if you have a word that's challenged off, you play a word that's invalid, and it gets challenged, then you take the word back and you lose your turn. So it's quite a big penalty for playing invalid words, assuming it gets challenged off, basically. Whereas the person who is challenging words, who's checking the words with free challenges, there's just like no penalty at all. So it's a little bit weird. But like international tournaments, they play 5-point penalty challenge generally. So for each word you challenge, which is valid, the other person gets an extra 5 points. So you could like challenge like id and ad, and you get 10 points because it's 2 words you're challenging. But if you just decided, alright, I wasn't sure of ad, then it'd only be like 5 points. So it's a little bit different. What am I doing here? Let's set up Ilka. Yeah, take 2 on chatting instead of playing. Right. But yeah, this just works through challenges basically. I got any bonuses? Untailed doesn't fit. Let's just do that. Yeah, this is like the worst game ever. Oh my god, I got 2 T's. Oh dear. Can I get past that 150? Oh, 148, that's diabolical. Alright, I'll play properly this time. I got distracted myself. But yeah, that's how it works in like a real life physical tournament. It's all the challenging process. It used to be when you challenged the words, you would write it. You'd stop the clock from running. You'd say challenge. You'd stop the clock. You'd write the words you're checking, and then you'd put your hand up. It's a bit like it was like an examination hall or something like that. So you'd put your hand up, and then somebody'd come running over and pick up your challenge slip with the words on. Then they'd go and look it up with a dictionary rather than, a lot of the time it was a dictionary rather than a computer, and then they'd tick or cross it, and then it'd go back. You'd just like sit there at your table waiting for the slip to come back, and you'd usually get like these kids coming. These kids would be kind of. Oh, I keep forgetting it's yeah. The past tense is it's fan rather than fade because it's fallen. F-A-A means fall. So so yeah, I don't worry about run my throat. Fluids in my. I play these games all the time, so it doesn't really matter. There's nothing really to play for yet. It's just like gems and stuff. I hope it becomes more kind of competitive like other games are. Because I mean, even though like, I mean, there's provision stuff like there's the leagues and like the Emerald leagues and all that kind of thing, but you're only in like with a random like subset of 100 people, so I never like actually get grouped with people I know. Like obviously I know a lot of like top level Scrabble players because that's my background, but and they'd be usually the people I'd be competing with games like this, but it doesn't happen because they don't. The way that it's all kind of random, how it's all matched up and things like that, you know. And because it's only like a small group rather than a big one. Ooh, I can play Caddy. Yeah, that's nice. I've got. If I pick up another eye, I've got Zorro. I could have played Zorro that move, but better to get rid of the queue for 60 or 70 points even. But yeah, don't worry about ruining my flow. That's my responsibility. What am I going to do with this? I think I'm just going to take the points. Oh, yeah, I hate it when I do that, when I kind of drag the blank into the wrong place. Then you have to click on the letter, and then you have to replace it, and then click on the letter again. Like, what a waste of time. Hopefully get another move. That sets up an E. An E or an S. Didn't get either. Of course. I got over 300 anyway. But yeah, I should get getting like about sort of like 330, 340 is probably about my average. It's one of the things I'd like to know actually is what my average score on this game is. Like before all the bonuses and everything, I generally consider like 350 to be a kind of okay kind of score for me, but again it depends on the board. Like some boards are a lot better than others. But yeah, just fire away if you've got any queries or anything about anything. I don't mind. So, I mean, I was like the world champion in 2014. It's like such a long time ago now. I keep having to double check what the year is. I've got the year wrong. I keep thinking it was 2015. And, you'd think I'd remember it, given kind of what I'd been trying to achieve for a while. But yeah, there you go. I think you can have this with yeah. But yeah, any questions, just fire them in the chat. So yeah, I basically have done almost everything you can imagine. I've done like I did 24-hour challenges with Scrabble, where we played we did like a 24-hour record where I did one where I just played another person for 24 hours and tried to get as many points as we could between us, which we got about nearly 200,000 points in 24 hours. I got about 65%, 60 odd percent of them, like, but yeah, I shouldn't be big-headed, but yeah, I did a lot better than Mayport anyway. Put it that way. I did a 24-hour thing where we played people on via Skype. They were like 10-minute games, but I was playing on a physical board, and we had somebody physically there playing against me, but all their moves were being done through Skype, so it was somebody else, and we just had somebody like remote, like in a sort of middleman thing. It was that was interesting. That was a kind of a world record thing as well, I think. I didn't get like a certificate or anything, but I think it got registered as a thing. So yeah, I've done all sorts, like just say anything, any queries or any things you're curious about, just fire away, and I don't mind. I probably had a bonus there, but I've got a queue now, so I'm just... Oh, I've got cat, thank God. What a lifesaver. Chi and Quata. I needed... I've got enough. Soiling. Thank you. Okay, I should get my last move in now. I used the Z, didn't I? X Taxor or something would be nice. Yeah. Yum. I got 400 at least. I'll have one more quick game and then we'll call it a night. See, it's kind of more like it. See if I can do better with this one. So we can finish with a flourish. Was it Thursday today, isn't it? Yeah. Tomorrow, just be more of the same, basically. So start with Coxel. Got a Q again, which I don't like. QI, but it doesn't really. Don't think it plays anywhere. I haven't got any other options. Ugh. It's not good. At least I can score a bit here, but it just means I get stuck with a Q for a bit longer. Oh yeah. That's better. I'm just going to play QIS off. Yeah, it's going a bit mediocre this game. Unfortunately. I'm going to play Qua. That takes loads of hooks, so that's going to be pretty useful, I think. Let's do this. Deck, yeah, that'll do. 42 points, pretty good. Yeah. I haven't really opened this board up very well, but at least I've got stuff to get reasonable scores with. 38 again. 30s and 40s are going to get you a pretty good score in this. And you're always pretty much guaranteed 2 blanks. I think like once in a blue moon only get 1, or you might not play enough tiles to get to the blanks sometimes, but it's always a good thing to kind of keep scoring and keep turning over tiles. There we go. That's pretty. It probably wasn't worth doing that, but there's quite a nice opening. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to turn over tiles to get a blank. Come on, must be blanks in there. Oh. Ah, dear. So, again, just going for score and turnover. 54 points. Not a nice word, but it is a word. Not blank. Yeah, well. It's a bit lame, isn't it? I got jury for 28 or something. Yeah, 28. I think that's as good as anything, to be honest. Can't do any J setups here. Okay. We'll have to do. Yeah, there's the blank. Alright, I'll call it for tonight. So we're back again at the regular time, 8 PM tomorrow. I'll also be back at my usual morning, not morning, lunchtime. It feels like morning, but 12:30 for a quickie then. Those are kind of my regular slots. Sunday we'll have a load of action from Singapore versus South Africa. There'll be like a 10 rounds with commentary and everything else. As I say, if anybody who prefers particular games that want me to watch, would rather be played Duels or anything like that, just let me know. Also situational stuff. I don't generally do too much. I kind of like to play and kind of describe what's going on, but I know some people like situational stuff. But anyway, same times again tomorrow, and be Saturday, and then Sunday might be a little bit different because I'm running the tournaments. Well, not running them. I'm watching tournaments with commentary on ISC. So see you all then. Thanks for watching. Cheers.